Morning Hatha class. Now maybe doing it in another time of day, but here we are. So, if you're just joining us for the first time, and again, for those of you who have done yoga, just going to give a couple background information and just, not warnings, but just some things to keep in mind as we go along today. So, Hatha Yoga. Yoga itself comes from the Sanskrit, and it means to join or to bring together some sort of union, so a connection. And one of the most common thoughts behind that is the body and the mind. But we can also connect the breath and the body. We can connect the upper body and the lower body, the right side and the left side, the inhale and the exhale. So there's many connections that we make within our yoga practice. And one of them definitely is what's going on up here and then what's going on down here. And one of the ways we bring that together is through the breath and through postures. So the two elements then of the Hatha Yoga, and Hatha itself means some sort of effort. So Hatha, again from the Sanskrit, means some sort of effort. So there will be some effort today, and it may be through breathing, it may be through stretching, strength, or balance. A little combination of all the above. Most important thing with that effort then is that you stay true to your practice. In this situation, I'm here by myself. This is really your practice. So it's not your neighbor's practice. It's not the person over here. It's really going to be your practice. So listen to the body, how things are going today, and just do what you are able to. Sometimes challenge yourselves, and sometimes maybe need to back off. And knowing the difference between the two is really bringing that union or that harmony to your yoga practice. So the two aspects of our Hatha Yoga, I've already mentioned them, and I'll go ahead and give you the yoga terms. And pranayama, prana is our breath. And it's bigger than the breath. It's really the sort of spirit breath all around us and how we use that. And then pranayama means the regulation of that. Not control, we really can't control it, but we can regulate it. So through our breathing, we regulate this prana. And then the second aspect is the asana. And asana originally means sitting, so I'm here in Tadasana. So if you want to join me in Tadasana. Siddha means the perfect or completed asana. So the sitting posture that is very strong for our base. This is considered one of the best base postures, Tadasana. And we take our ankles here in line with the midsection and the knees out a little bit wider. And we're just going to begin with a little bit of pranayama sitting in our asana, in our Tadasana. And to begin though, let's make sure we are in a nice tall seat. So when we talk about a tall seat in yoga, we're not talking about a straight spine. Because we have this double S curve that we like to respect in yoga practice, and it's really all about our breath and our spine and how we hold those two together. So when we say nice tall seat, that means lifting up, but still respecting the curves of the spine. So that you can imagine that you have the hips touching and the shoulders and the back of the head as if you're against the back wall. So let's go ahead and begin like that, sitting up nice and tall, taking the hands to the knees, and pulling the shoulders back. So again, those shoulders are pulling back towards that back wall, and then the back of the head. Then we're going to take the chin down, and that's going to stretch the back of the neck. But we keep our shoulders back, still nice tall seat, and just bring the chin down. Then let's relax the lower jaw, and together, exhaling through the mouth, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Then we inhale through the mouth, and exhaling down. Inhaling through the mouth. And exhaling down. Good. Alright, now we're going to move into a little bit stronger pranayama, a little bit stronger regulation, adding that effort, that hatha to through the breath. Okay, to begin, we're going to begin down here in the belly. So below my little moon here on my shirt. So below this space, in the belly, we're going to just exhale fully. So if you want, you can place your fingers here, your hands here like this. Nice and tall still, and we begin with an exhale. So exhale, exhale, exhale. Then inhale just into the space here. It's like you're blowing up a soft balloon into the belly. And then exhale, pull the belly away. It's like pulling it back to the back body, but not collapsing. Inhale into the belly. And exhaling, pull the belly back, back, back. 2 more times like that. Inhale into the belly. And exhaling, pull the belly back, back, back. Last one. Inhale into the belly. And exhaling back down. Release the hands and bring the chin back down. You can kind of take the head from side to side. Alright, so this belly breath, bringing it down very low, is what I call the ashram breath. And the ashram is a place of refuge or safety where you can go. So if you're ever feeling that things are getting a little too much in yoga, in life, you bring it back to that ashram breath and just settling back down. Just a few cycles of that really does wonders. Okay. But we're going to bring up a little strength into our breath. Let's take it to the next section, to the diaphragm, so diaphragm, the muscle that moves up and down as we breathe. And that's connected to this lowest rib here, this sort of we call the floating rib sometimes, T12 vertebrae in the back. And it's this muscle that goes up and down. So we're going to feel that as we kind of squeeze the ribs out for the second stage. So we begin exhaling down into the belly. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Then we inhale into the belly. And then you squeeze the ribs out. So see that pull the belly in, that squeezes the ribs out. And then exhaling down. Let's do that 2 more times. A little bit of an effort. Inhale belly. Squeeze the ribs out. And then exhaling, release. Last one. Inhale belly. Squeeze the ribs out. And then exhaling down, down, down. Release the head and take it from side to side. Alright, third part of our yogic breath. This is called the yogic breath, or 3-part breathing. And it's also 360 degrees. So it's like in the front, on the inhale, it's like we're rolling the breath up. On the exhale, we imagine that rolling down the back, just like water flowing down your back in the shower or under a waterfall. Nice flowing breath back. But also right and left, and up and down, and inhale and exhale. So it's this full 360-degree breathing. We begin at the belly again. Go to the side ribs, and then we finish up into the chest. Now this is where we think our breath is a lot of times, but this is actually where we get all tight and hyperventilation. So we actually want to spread the breath out from the space between the belly all the way up to the chin, side to side, front to back, inhale and exhale. That's where we're going. Okay. You can place the hands on the belly, or you can slide one hand up to the heart, or you can have hands here. Your option. To begin, exhaling fully, exhaling, 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 all the way into the belly. Then into the belly, and then I'm going to squeeze my ribs out, and then I lift up into the chest, but don't hold. And then you lower the shoulders back and release, release, release. 2 more times. Inhale into the belly. Side ribs. Up into the chest. Roll the shoulders up and back just for a little exaggeration. And then exhaling down, down, down. 1 more time together. Inhale into the belly. Side ribs. Up into the chest. And then exhaling, exhaling, exhaling down. So we don't want to get the breath stuck here. So we want to bring it all to see how we can use that later on in the practice. Okay, so we're going to start with some seated postures for a moment, warming up the core here a little bit into the upper body, moving into the legs, and then we'll move on into the Surya Namaskar sequence. And the Surya Namaskar is the sun salutation, and we'll do some variations on that. And that's really the one moving sequence in Hatha. Hatha is usually very static, and we move from one posture to another. But while you're in the postures, we're still making these little adjustments. So it's never really fully stop. Okay? So let's take the base of the hands here, press them into the knees. We're going to exhale, pull the belly back, and really roll back, and the knees begin to come up. And then inhale, I'm going to push into those knees, pull the shoulders back, and lift up. So full breath from the chin down to the belly as I exhale back, pushing the breath out. Inhale, lifting up through the chin and chest. And exhaling, pulling the belly back and leaning back, knees come up. All right, let's take the hands out to the side, onto the fingertips. Squeeze elbows in. If you want, you can lift the hips a bit. And then exhale, we lower the hips and slide the fingers forward. Now this may be as far as you need to go. Some of you might be able to come down, and some of you may be here. If you have a block, I know some of you don't. If you do, you may want to use it here. Otherwise, we're keeping the hips grounded, starting to stretch the back of the hips here. Then slowly walk ourselves back, and again, we're just going to warm up the arms using the breath. We take the arms up, roll the thumbs back. On the inhale, I'm going to lift, but here, pull the belly in. And then exhale, down, and then release, okay? So inhale, pull the belly in. Keep the belly pulled in, and then exhaling down. And that's where we release. 2 more times like that. Inhaling up, pull the belly in, squeeze those ribs in, and then exhaling, and then right there. Okay, last one. Inhaling up, and then exhaling, and here, that's where we release. Okay, take the arms up, interlace the fingers, and we bring the hands down in front of us. So we inhale, the elbows go out, and on the exhale, pressing away. Inhale, lifting up through the elbows, and exhaling, pressing out. Inhale, we come up, and exhaling, press away. Let's come back to center, lift up, and then exhaling, scoop the arms up and release the fingers. Let's drop the right hand first this time today. We're going to lean over and extend to that upper arm. Slide the arm down. We're stretching the side body. Inhaling up and exhaling, extend. Ooh, yeah. Get into that space there. And then touch. Inhaling up and exhaling over. Slide the hand down. Inhaling up and exhaling over. One more time each side. We inhale up and extend, and last time, inhale up and extend. Then we're going to take our right hand down underneath and spiral the arm over. Inhaling, I come up, spiral the arms, and crunch to the left. Inhaling up, spiral the arms, and to the right. Inhaling up, and around, and inhaling up, and around. So we're really using only the side body here. And then the arms follow. So inhaling up, crunch, and the arms follow. Last one, inhaling up. Then bring the hands down to the knees. We're going to the right. And then exhale. Then down and inhaling up. If you want, you can start looking up and around. And then exhaling down and around. And inhaling up. All right, good. Let's bring the hands up and just kind of fluctuate and pulsate and flicker the hands here with the fingers, rolling through the wrists and shake it out. Bring the hands out, and this is a little bit of Hatha, and we're going to build what we call tapas. Tapas is this heat. It's the heat heat generating energy that we're going to build up in the shoulders for a moment. Once again, if you need to take a break, but see if you can kind of see what happens. It looks very easy, it's a little challenging. We take the first finger and the thumbs, we make these circles. We're going to roll down and then we're going to press out and exhaling out. Inhaling forward and down, pressing out. And we go for 3, pressing out. And we go for 4, pressing out. Use the breath. Now spread the fingers, hold, and we go backwards. We roll back for 4, and we go back for 3, go back for 2, and for 1. Then we pause, next finger. We're going to go roll forward for 1. Exhaling for 2, pressing out for 3, and going for 4. Pause, and we go backwards. We roll back for 4, starting to feel the tapas. That's that burning sensation. It's the blood circulation going into the shoulders. That's 3, and we go for 4. All right, next finger. We roll forward for 1, pressing out. Work with the breath. 2, pressing out. 3, pressing out. And 4. Pause. You might be feeling it right now. Kriya. Kriya is this repeated action that we're doing here. We're going to roll back for 4. Rolling back for 3. Rolling back for 2. And for 1. Last little finger here. We roll forward for 1. Rolling forward for 2. And for 3. And 4. Now pause, spread the fingers, sitting up tall. We go back for 4, 3, 2, use the breath, and 1. Then we spread the fingers wide. We feel that tension. This is that effort. And then we're going to start over. No, we're not. That's it. Shake it out, and you feel the release. Okay, shake it out. Switch the legs. And then we take the base of the palms here and press onto the knees and start to roll back on the exhale. Same thing other side, but we're going to feel the stretch somewhere else. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Inhaling, lifting up and exhaling, rolling back. All right, then we're going to come forward. Same thing. Your choice. You can just squeeze elbows in, or you can lift up through the hips, knees come down. And then exhaling, slide the fingers forward. Once again, this is far enough, chin down. If you have support, you can be here. And some of you may be able to come towards the floor with the head down. If you come with the head down all the way, then you want to make sure the hips are still grounded. So we should feel this on the other side this time. So first side, I felt it here, and now I'm feeling it here. Good. And then we're going to start walking the fingertips back. Arms out, thumbs back. Inhale, we're going to come up. Press the palms. Now press in, really press. And then we take the arms out, spread the fingers. Inhaling up, press, keep pressing. And then we spread the fingers out. Inhaling up, press, and exhaling down. Let's take it out again. Thumbs back, inhaling up. Press and down. Good. Then we take the arms out. We're going to start with the left hand over here this time. We're going to cross in the center and inhaling up, pull the belly in, and exhaling around. Right hand over the left, inhaling up, and exhaling around. Left over right, inhaling up, and around. Right over left, and up, and around. One more each side, left over right, and last time, right over left. Then we're going to come up and hold. Now some of you will be here and some of you here. Either way is fine. Looking down, so don't look up on this one. We look down, pull the belly in, and maybe extend a little bit more. All right, good. Then let's release the hands, interlace the fingers, and we're going to bring the hands down again. Inhaling, we're going to come up, and then exhaling, press away. Inhaling forward and up, And exhale and press away. 2 more like this. Inhaling up and exhale. And then we're going to swing the arms up. And then I'm going to pull the belly in and twist my whole upper body to the right. Bring the arms down. And you're going to have this hand on the outside of the knee. This hand is going straight back. And I look down. So I look down. So I don't look back. I'm looking down. Then we exhale, inhale to release, come up to the center, interlace, flip, twist, over to the left. This hand's on the outside, this hand's going straight back, and I look down. Exhaling fully, on the inhale I come up, and then we're going to pause for a moment. So remember that breath that we did from here, here, and here. We're going to use that now in our twist. So a lot of times in our yoga practice, we say, okay, twist to the right, and this is what happens. Okay? So some of you have heard me say this before, no twist happened. I turned my neck, but there was no twist. A yoga twist comes from the space from the shoulders to the hips. So this is not a twist. Okay? So we're going to go a little bit further into our twist. So just watch for a second. I'm going to come up. Then I'm going to interlace the fingers and then twist. So that's my twist. See that twisting there? And then I bring the hands down. Now I'm only halfway to my twist, but I'm still looking down. Then I'm going to exhale all the way down and breathe from here to here to here. Lift up, and on the exhale I'm going to twist a little further, okay? So just watch for a second. Exhaling down, all the way into the belly. Then I inhale belly, into the ribs, up into the chest, and I lift up and through the mouth. Then I can look back, okay? But it's still not in the head. It's all in the upper body. Release on the inhale, come back, interlace the fingers, and now you can join me on this side. Twist over to the right, left. We bring the hands down. And again, I'm looking down, and then I get my nice tall twist. Exhale through the belly. Exhale all the way down. Inhale into the belly. Side ribs, up into the chest. And then on the exhale, through the mouth. Then I can take the head back. And guess what? The head doesn't change the twist. Nothing changes. Then I release on the next inhale. And then we'll go one more time this side if you didn't join me on the first one. We twist and release. Then we exhale down. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale through the mouth. And then I can look back. But it really doesn't matter what I do with the head. Again. Then I'm going to release all the way up. Bring the hands down, and we go over to the left. Exhaling down, and inhaling around. Good. A couple more times here. And we're going to come back up to the center. Inhaling up. Bring the arms up, pulsate through the fingers. Rolling through the wrists, both directions. And then we shake it out. Take the hands onto the knees. And extend the legs. Now I'm just going to turn around, so you're going to stay where you're at. You're going to have a block nearby if you have it, and a belt, or you can also use a towel as well. Alright? So we're just going to take our right leg, right knee into the chest and roll back. And then we're going to pull that knee in towards the shoulder. So point it in towards the shoulder more than the chest. And then I begin to make these little circles here. And that's just going to release the hip. And then I go both directions. Alright, good. Then we're going to flex that foot, interlace the fingers behind this foot, and I'm going to press into the thigh away from me and flex this foot. My right foot's flexed, and I'm pressing away. So I'm strong in both legs. So I'm flexing the left foot, and then my right toes are coming down towards me. So imagine you're standing on the ceiling on this leg, and I'm pushing that leg away. So keep pressing into that leg. Alright? Good. Then we look up and catch this little toe side, and I extend my left arm, and I'm just going to roll that knee down towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor, it's going towards the floor. Left hip can come up, that's perfectly fine now. Keep this foot flexed though, so I'm in a low lunge on my back, and we'll see that in a moment. Good, and then we're going to come back to center, hold on to the knee, and then we pull the other leg in, and extend the right leg and pull the left knee up towards the shoulder, not just to the chest, up towards the shoulder. And then I begin to make those little circles both directions. Okay? Then I'm going to extend the left foot, flex the right, interlace the fingers, and I'm really pressing. I'm trying to break those fingers apart. So I'm really pushing into that upper leg. So again, it's like I'm standing on that ceiling, and I got this foot flexed as strong as I can. I keep pressing away into that. So the hips are grounded, and I'm pressing up and away at the same time. Keep the head relaxed. I'm not using my neck here, not at all. I'm using my legs. Then I look up, catch the little toe side, bring the arm out, and then I roll over. Now you see this right hip comes up. This knee is going towards the floor. Maybe it doesn't reach, that's fine. And it's okay for this hip to come up here. Keep this foot flexed, and then I extend through both legs, through both heels. So I'm pressing this heel up, that heel away. Once again, this is basically a low lunge. We're going to see that as we flip over in a moment. Alright, then we come back to center, hold on to both knees, cross the ankles, and rock the hips from side to side. This is going to help release the hips here. Okay, if you have a block, you can do this without the block. I'm just showing you with the block. You take the block in between the thighs here, and we're going to take the hands next to us, or you can take them out to the side with the palms facing down. I'm going to lift the legs up at the tabletop, so flexing the legs, and then I'm going to pull the belly down. So I don't want to arch the back here, I'm going to pull the belly down. And from there, I start to straighten the legs. Okay? Challenge here is that we arch the back. So I'm going to pull the belly down, and I'm pushing up through the heels, holding the big toes, the toes towards me. So I'm actually going to see the bottoms of these big toes, okay? So I'm pressing up, squeezing the block. If you need to keep the knees bent, that's perfectly fine. You can also hold on to the legs like this. Alright, now, if the shaking happens, and it will for pretty much everyone, that's okay. That means you are actually doing the Hatha. The Hatha is that effort. So if you start to do the jackhammer and start shaking, you're there. Okay, so we're still squeezing the block. If you have the block, flexing the heels up to the ceiling, toes coming towards the floor, belly is pressing down. Once again, at any point, you can always hold on or take a break. A little bit longer, we're almost there. So keep pressing, standing on the ceiling. Now we're going to see later, this is our forward fold. This is our Uttanasana on our backs. And then we release, we take the block away, and cross the ankles and rock from side to side. Take the legs up again, and then kick them out. Just kind of kick them out, and just release there. Okay. If you have a blanket, a towel, if you have a towel or a belt. So I'm going to show you with a towel today, just in case more people probably have that. And I'm going to hold on to the right foot here, one hand on each side. I'm going to extend that left leg. Now if that's too much, you can keep this leg bent. Otherwise, I'm going to flex the foot and press up to the ceiling. And then I'm going to pull that knee down and then exhale and press. So I'm using my arms, elbows go out, and then exhaling and press. One more time like this. Knee comes down, and then pressing up. Then I'm going to hold on to the towel with right hand and start to open up that hip. If this is as far as you go, that's fine. Now some of you might be able to come to the floor, but if you come to the floor with this foot, this hip needs to stay grounded. Okay, so I'm not rolling onto the side. I keep my left hip grounded, and I extend the left arm, flexing both feet. Alright? belly is not arched. I pull the belly in and extend through that left arm. To come out of this, I'm going to bend this knee first. Very important. Bend this knee, and I switch the towel or belt and extend this arm, and then I now twist to the other side. So this is a strong twist here on this hip, but I'm still strong in that bottom leg. And I'm going to come back to center, hold on to the knee, and then switch the legs. Because we always need to do both sides, otherwise we're going to walk around funny all day. So we want to extend that right leg. I'm going to flex the foot. And again, if this is too much, you can always keep this leg bent. Suggestion is to extend the leg. Then I'm going to pull the knee down using the arms, and then exhaling, pressing up, resisting against the arms. Inhale, pull the knee down, and exhaling, pressing up. One more time together. Inhale down, and exhaling, press. Then extend the right arm, and I'm going to take this leg over and to the side. Now again, this hip does not come up, so I keep this hip grounded. So as soon as this hip comes up, I've gone too far. Take it back. All right? This hip's going to feel different. So respect it. Don't overdo it, but see where you can go. Then I bend the knee, take the towel or belt, and I'm going to twist to this side. Once again, this is a twist and a stretch on this side hip. Extending that left arm now and breathing. All right, good. Bend the knee, remove the towel or belt, cross the ankles, and then we're going to roll over onto our side and we come up into sitting. We're going to do some cat-cow variations, moving into some sun salutation, so we use the whole body. All right, if you happen to have blocks, once again, if you happen to have them, you take the blocks like this, and we come into our cat-cow. Let's take the hands a little bit wider, so sometimes people do a very narrow cat-cow. We're going to do a little bit wider here. Tucking the toes under, and the knees are underneath the hips. So the knees are straight down, and then it's all in the hips here. So I'm going to tilt the hips, and the belly goes down, and the head, shoulders go up. Then through the hips, I tilt the hips, pull the belly in, and round the back into cat. Okay? That's our motion. So we inhale forward and up, and exhaling, pulling belly in. Inhaling forward and up, look up, and then exhaling, tilt the hips, pull the belly in, chin to chest. One more time. Inhaling forward and up, and exhaling back. Now hold on to our cat. Stay in our cat, pull the belly in, chin into the chest. All right, then we're going to sit back onto our heels with the toes tucked under. Let's stretch the bottoms of the feet here. Not a fun one, but this is necessary, especially if you've been sitting around. We need to stretch those bottoms of the feet out. Okay, let's take the fingertips onto the shoulders, lift the elbows. Through the right arm, I'm going to go around, and then through the left arm. And then I'm going to go through the right, and then through the left. Through the right, and then the left, and I'm going to pause, and I go back, and through the right, and through the left, through the right, and the last one. Come back to center, shake it out, tap out the toes, stretch the legs back, so you stretch the leg back, this is how you stretch this leg. Press back to the heel, tuck the toes under, and then we switch, and take that leg back, and press back. All right, a little bit of strength and balance here. Again, do what you can. Make sure you take care of the wrists whenever you need to. If you need to shake them out, shake them out. Coming up on our hands and knees, we're going to tuck the toes under. I'm going to lift my right leg and extend the left arm. And I'm going to make a fist and curl in and tap. Then flex the foot, spread the fingers, and extend. Back to center. Inhaling other side, make a fist, curling in, and then flex and extend. Back to center. Inhale, come up, curling in, flex and extend. Back to center. Inhaling up, curling in, flex and extend. One more each side. Inhaling to come up, round and tap, flex and extend, back to center. Last one, up, curling in, flex and extend. Then I'm going to sit back onto my heels. Again, tuck the toes under, shake out the wrists. Two options here. Very important you do not overdo yourself on this one. So watch the two options, okay? I'm going to take my left over the right. Now this is option one, and I'm really going to just do this, okay? Option two is Tadasana arms, which is a double bind. Now if you're doing something like this, and I can't see you to check, please don't do that. Stay here. Be true to the posture. This is really not helping, okay? So, either here or Tadasana. I'm going to lift up, and then I'm going to tilt over to that left side. Again, I may be like this. Then inhaling up, and exhaling over to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling left, inhaling up, exhaling right. I'm going to show you the option. This is an option here, okay? And we're just going from side to side. Last one, left, and last one, right. Then we come up. We're going to take the right arm over, same thing, so either here or you find this double bind, but not something like this, all right? Tadasana, and then exhaling to the center, pull the belly in. But again, this is perfectly fine. Exhaling down. Inhaling, I lift up, and exhaling down. Inhaling, I lift up, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, release, and take care of those toes. Stretch out the leg one at a time, pressing back, and pressing back through the other heel. Okay. Then we're going to move into, gradually go into these sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. We're going to take our hands underneath, and we're going to step the hands one handprint further. So you go one handprint further and lower down onto the belly. We're just going to practice some Bhujangasana cobras to get started. Elbows high, fingertips, heels out. Inhaling, come up, elbows back. And then exhaling, come down. Inhale, elbows back and lift. And exhaling down. One more time. Inhaling up. Now here is the honesty check. Can you lift the hands without falling down? If you fell down too far, you're going up too high. Squeeze elbows in, tuck the toes under, press up, and then exhaling, forehead comes down. One more time. Look forward, roll forward, squeeze elbows, lower down. Untuck the toes, hands out, inhale up, and exhaling down. Two more. Inhaling up, heels out, exhaling down. Last one, inhaling up, lift the hands, squeeze the elbows, tuck the toes, hands and knees, press back, forehead down. All right, good. Then we're going to come up on hands and knees, and we're going to push ourselves back into Malasana. Malasana is our squat pose, but it really means a necklace. So this is our necklace or garland. So mala beads, like you wear around your neck. That's where this pose comes from. So this is our garland or necklace. And then we just kind of hang out here for a moment. If the heels are not on the floor, you can be up like this, or you can place a block or roll up a towel underneath. Now, this is when I like to say, if there's one thing you get out of yoga during these at-home sessions is practice malasana. Malasana, malasana, malasana. So just squatting 30 seconds a day. You can do this against a wall. So if you need a little support with the hips against the wall or anything under the heels, eventually you're going to start lowering down. It's going to release the hips. It's going to release the shins and the lower back. It's one of the most important things you can do in your yoga practice is this malasana, okay? So if you have the arms crossed, we cross them the other way. And if you want, you can just kind of sway from side to side. Now the second benefit of malasana is
that it allows us to go into our Uttanasana, our forward fold, much safer than if we go from top down. So when we go from the bottom up, we're in a much safer, stronger Uttanasana. So that's where we're moving next, okay? Don't rush it. Hold on for a second. So we're going to take our hands here, and we place the hands down, and we kind of lift up onto the toes. And then we're going to rock back, lift the hands, and then rock forward. Now, we want to spread these fingers really wide base. Then I'm going to rock back. Now we're going to go towards Uttanasana. So press the palms, I lift the hips, and then if you notice, I parallel the feet here. Parallel the feet, and I keep the hands on the floor. So, what does that mean? It means I may have to bend the knees to keep these hands flat. Then, lift the toes, and we're nice and strong in our legs, okay? So, stay there for a second. This is what it looks like from the side. I come forward, I parallel the feet, I keep the hands down, and then I'm strong in the legs here to lift through the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Alright? This is safer like this than here. Okay? Then come back to Malasana, lowering down. So you come back to Malasana. Here you are, back in Malasana. Let's do that one more time. Hands forward, and rock back. Then we lift the hips, parallel the feet, and then exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. Uttanasana is our forward fold. Bend the knees and bring the fingertips here. Hands to the knees. Now arch the back. So I'm arching the back, okay? I'm not rounding the back. Arch the back. Hands to the hips, and I push down to lift up. And then I touch the fingers and exhaling down. Okay. So we're ready for our Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutations A. We just need to add one more thing, and we'll get there in a moment. All right. So we parallel the feet. Now remember when we were on our backs, and I said, okay, this is basically doing our Uttanasana on our backs. And what I meant by that is we're engaging the feet. So we press the big toes in, the knees come together. Press a little toe in, the knees go out. Now we find the balance there, bend the knees, and have a little bounce here. That's how we were using our legs when we were on our back. And we bring our hands to the hips, hands forward, externally rotate the thumbs out, and we come back, and this is Samastitihi, okay? We're strong in the legs, inhaling up, and then exhaling Uttanasana, forward fold. Then I'm going to look forward and step my right leg back and my left, all right? So I'm in a high plank. You can bring the knees down like this, or you can stay here for a moment. I push the heels back, hold the belly in, then I bring the knees down and lower down, all right? So here we are. We're in our cobra. We inhale up and exhaling down. Then tuck the toes under, press up on hands and knees, and we lift the hips up into our downward dog. So I'll show you that from the side. If you're in there, stay there, or you can watch. So hands and knees, lift the knees, push the hips back, and then I keep the legs bent, and maybe pedal one leg at a time. Some of you might want to stabilize your downward dog, but I'm lifting up through the hips and strong in the legs, okay? Come down onto the knees, knees apart. Let's take a child's pose and release. Okay, so we're moving a little bit faster, so we're going to slow it down, back it up, and repeat, okay? So stay in your child's pose for a moment, knees apart, relaxing through the hips. Balasana. Okay. Then let's walk ourselves back up. We're going to bring the knees together, scoop ourselves up on hands and knees. Now, from hands and knees to go to downward dog. So we start off like cat-cow. We hand print the hand, one hand print further, okay? So again, it's like that, all right? We take the hand, one hand print further, tuck the toes. We're going to lift through the knees and hips up and back. Inhaling, lift and press back into our downward dog. Then we come up onto the tiptoes, pull the head and shoulders through, press the heels back, bend the knees, lift the hips, push back into our downward dog. Then we're going to look forward, step our right foot forward, step our left, and look where we are. We're in our malasana. Hands to the floor, lift the hips, parallel the feet, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to knees, arch the back, press down to lift up, inhaling and exhaling down. Okay? So that's our modified Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Let's try that again. Parallel the feet, bend the knees, get a little bounce here. Big toes, little toes, roll the shoulders back, inhaling up, come up, and exhaling forward fold. Look forward, step my left foot back, and step my right foot back. Then I'm in my high plank. I'm pushing back to the heels, drop the knees, squeeze the elbows, and lower down. Untuck the toes, inhaling cobra, exhaling down. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, hips, press back, downward dog. Here we are. Then I'm going to come forward into our high plank, knees down, squeeze the elbows, and forehead down. Inhale, cobra, tuck the toes, lift, press, downward dog. This time, we stay for 3 to 5 breaths. So we're getting into our full Surya Namaskar. So again, you're lifting up through the hips, pressing back to the heels. You can keep the legs bent. We look forward, step the left foot, step the right. We're in our malasana. This is a modified version. You may not have seen this before, so just try something different here. We come into the malasana, hands, palms, lift, parallel the feet, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, press down to lift, and exhaling down. Alright? We're going to do that one more time on each side, so 2 more full rounds, keeping it a little bit of a flow. Alright. So, here we are. Turn my mat this way this time. Come to the front of the mat, Samasthiti, parallel the feet, press a big toe, press a little toe, bend the knees, roll the shoulders back, inhaling up, and exhaling forward fold. Look forward, step the right leg back, step to the left. We're in our high plank. This time we're going to, if you want to keep the legs straight, or the knees down, lower down all the way to the floor. Inhaling up into cobra, tuck the toes under, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Adho means down, Mukha's face, Svanasana down. 5 breaths here. If you want to pedal the legs out a little bit, you can lift through one heel and the other. Keep breathing. Alright. 2 more breaths. Bend the knees, look forward. I'm going to step my right foot, step my left, lower down, malasana. Inhale, come up, hands forward, parallel the feet, exhale, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, press down to rise, press the hands together, and exhaling down. 1 more Surya Namaskar on the other side. Come to the front of the mat, parallel the feet. Thumbs down. No, we want thumbs out. External rotation. Samasthiti. Inhaling, come up. And exhaling forward fold. Look forward, step the left foot back, step the right. High plank. From here, Chaturanga Dandasana means 4 limbs. We can come down, straight legs or knees down. Inhaling, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Steady in your downward dog. If you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. Lift through the hips and breathe. Keep the belly pulled in. Hips go step the right, lowering down, hands to the center, inhaling up, hands down, parallel the feet, Uttanasana, forward fold, bend the knees a lot, hands to knees, elbows back, rise, and exhaling down. Okay, Surya Namaskar A. Alright. Now we're going to go into a little bit of lunges. What I was saying when we were on our back body. So we come up to the front, roll the shoulders back, inhaling up, exhaling down. Then I'm going to look forward, I'm going to step my right leg back, and I'm going to stay here and drop that right knee down. Then I'm going to pivot this foot out to the side. We call that heel toeing the foot out to the side. Left toe is off, left heel on, and I look forward. Now this way I can stay here, or I can press this back leg back. Alright? So this is where we were on our backs. Basically, we were here earlier. Same thing on our backs. Alright? So staying where you are, breathing, looking forward. Then we can lift that left arm, spread the fingers, and press back to the heel. Alright? So I want to be strong by lifting up to the fingers and pressing down to that wrist. Good. Then I'm going to come back with a hand, and I'm going to take this leg back into high plank, knees down, cobra, as I inhale up, tuck the toes under, and press back, downward dog. Look forward, step the right foot, step the left, lower down, inhale up, press the palms, forward fold. Bend the knees. You can swoop the arms around this time and rise and exhale down. So we'll do that on the other side. Come to the front of the mat, parallel the feet, shoulders back. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Look forward, step the left foot back. Drop the knee for a minute, heel toe this foot out to the side. From here, hands are in the inside of both hands on the inside of this foot. I can stay here, or I can press that back leg back. So this knee lifted, and I can lift up through the right arm by pressing down through that left hand. So you can come up onto the little edge of the little toe side there, pressing back through that back heel, very strong, and breathing. Good. Then I'm going to bring the knee down, slide this leg back onto the belly, inhaling cobra, tuck the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, step the left, and step the right. Lowering down, inhale up, and exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, hands and hips, press and lift, and exhaling down. Good. Alright, so that's a Surya Namaskar variation with a low lunge. So again, you can repeat some of these on your own. Alright, now a little bit of balance. I'm just going to give you a little taste of everything today. So, standing on the right foot. We're going to take left toes down, hands to the hips, and if you want, you can do this against the wall. And I'm going to have this hand out to the side, and I'm going to lifting up through this knee, lifting up to this knee, and then bring it down, other side. We're just getting our balance first. Shake it out. Standing on the left, hands to the hips, shoulders back. If you want, you can be pressing against the wall, and I'm going to lift that leg, and then that's it, all right? Let's add to that, okay? Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Standing on the right, if you want to take this arm out, I'm going to lift this knee, then I'm going to turn it out to the side, and then I'm going to lift this arm up, and then this hand comes forward and up. Then I'm going to bring the knee into the center, hands down, and then I shake it out, okay? Other side.
A little different sequence is just to get a little movement and balance, all right? Inhale. I'm going to lift up. Take this knee out. So this arm is around. Take this arm up. Lifting up. Knee goes into the center. Lift to the center. And exhaling down. Shake it out a little bit. And then a little bit further here. All right. We're going to take the left knee. Inhaling to come up. Lift up to the fingers. Bring the hands into the center. Lift that knee. And then I'm going to start to press back through that back heel. Pressing back, pressing back. And if you want, you can take the arms out to the side. And then I'm going to inhale, come forward and up. Lifting up to the center. And exhaling down. All right, shake it out, other side. Fingertips down. Inhaling to come up. Bring the hands together. Lift the right knee. Flex the foot, pressing back, pressing back, pressing back. Maybe the hands come out to the side. So somebody did this in the vinyasa the other day. It's a little bit different approach into it. We lift up. And then exhaling. Shake it out and get a little balance. All right. So basically, just adding a little bit of everything. So you can try that again. Obviously, you can take more than one on these. That's our balance for today. Okay. Come up, parallel the feet, shoulders back, inhaling up, and exhaling forward fold. Let's look forward and step the right leg back, and step the left, and bring the knees down, and sit back onto the heels. Now we're in our Virasana. From Virasana, we're going to go into our second child's pose, where we just bring the head forward and the hands back. Now some of you may want to stack the hands, or some of you head to the floor. This is going to help release the lower back, release the thighs a little bit, and just breathe into it. All right. So you can stay in your child's pose. And then exhale, we're going to come up, sit onto the heels, and we're going to swing the legs around. Let's go ahead and take both feet out to the front and shake the feet out. Flex the feet, hands spread. We're going to grab onto our oars. We're going to row our boat back. And then exhale into the center. And inhaling up. And exhaling out. And inhaling up. Good. On the next one, I'm going to catch my right knee and roll back onto the back body. All right, holding on to that knee. I'm going to start to make those little circles. And both directions. And I'm going to extend the arm, catch the opposite hand, and then twist over to the side. Try to keep this shoulder down. We're twisting through the back body. And we come back to center, pull the knee in, pull the other knee in, rock the hip from side to side. Extend this leg, catch this foot, knee with both hands, extend the outside arm, and I twist to the opposite side, keeping the shoulder down, not worrying about how far this knee goes. And then I come back onto the back body, so stay where you are, stay on the back. Come back onto the back body, place the feet down and the hands on the belly. Then we're going to lift the hips and just sway the hips from side to side. And then release down into the belly. Release, release, release. Inhale into the belly. And exhaling down. Good. From here, you can keep the legs like this, close the eyes, and take the head from side to side. If you want, you can also extend the legs, and the heels fall out, and the palms to the ceiling for Shavasana. Relax the lower jaw, take the head from side to side, relaxing the breath, closing the eyes without squeezing. Alright, so obviously you can continue with Shavasana for as long as you want. That's up to you. I'm just going to leave us here for a little bit since this is live. But if you want to take Shavasana later, down, feet out to the side. Relax the jaw, relax the eyes. And you're breathing lightly through the mouth and nose at the same time. Very lightly. And just allowing the body to recharge and absorb that energy and the stretch and the heat and the balance that we created today. So we did a little bit of everything. This is a little bit each part of the body. Alright, so again, you can stay in your Shavasana, or you can take the head from side to side now. Begin to pulsate through the fingers, rolling through the wrists, stretching through the fingers, the heels. And then pull the knees in and rock the hips from side to side. Roll over to the side. Pause there. And then ultimately you're going to come up into a seated position. And let's just end up here. When you're ready, with the chin down, lower jaw relaxed. And just like we did at the very beginning, we're going to exhale through the mouth. Inhale, mouth. Mouth exhale. Mouth inhale. Nose exhale. Nose inhale. And mouth exhale. Let's bring the hands together, rubbing the palms together, creating that tapas, that heat, that friction, that energy in between the palms. And we're going to use that tapas to press into the eyes, lowering the head and draping the fingers over. And just notice that connection between the palms and the eyelids. Exhaling fully, and then on the inhale, we're going to come up and allow the light to come back. Alright, so thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us either now or later. And I wish you a very healthy day together with whoever you're with, or for sharing it with us today. And see you again soon. Namaste. All right. Rehydrate. Take care of yourselves out there, and be well. So again, this was our Hatha class, and we have a Yin class coming up in just a moment. So if you want to reset and you want to join us for that, I'll see you soon.